Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a video on how I store all of the baby essentials in the kitchen. So here is my cabinet that has all of my baby essentials, and I'm going to go through and show you guys what I keep where and how I store things. So first off, you'll see that I have two different medicines in this cabinet. I like to keep the medicines with the baby stuff. That way it's easy to grab. Got my Tylenol and then the grape water. We use the Dr. Brown's bottles. So these are the little discs that go between the top of the bottle and then the piece that goes like inside of the bottle. These are the little bowls that I mix Jax's cereal in when it's time to feed him. Over here in this left container, I have all of my pump parts as well as syringes. We have a lot of syringes because Jax has a heart condition and we have to give him medicine twice a day. And then there's also extra passies in there as well. In the bin to the right, I have all of the top parts of the bottle. And as you can see, it's 3 pieces, and I put them together and have them ready to go. All of the bins that are on this shelf are from the Dollar Tree, just in case you were wondering, and those little bowls are from the Dollar Tree as well. Then to the right of this bottom shelf is all of the baby food. On the bottom I have the baby food that has mainly vegetables in it, and then the top has baby food that has mostly fruit in it. On the second shelf I have all of our bottles, the Dr. Brown's bottles like I was telling you about, and then my Medela bottles for pumping, the little pieces that go inside the bottles, and then I have Jax's sippy cups, and then all of my 2-year-old sippy cups as well, which eventually they will be sharing once Jax is done with his actual like little sippy cups with the nipples on the top. As you can see, we use the Miracle 360 cups. We have just found through trial and error that those work the best for Cade. And then I'm pointing to the take and toss cups that are at the back. We originally had those, but those spilled a lot and the lids came off of them a lot, so we transferred over to just using the Miracle 360 cups, and we kept the take and toss ones just in case. On the top shelf you can see I have Jax's snacks, all his puffs, as well as the little freeze-dried snacks, and we also just ran out of the yogurt melts. He loves those. And then the baby cereal, I keep those up there as well. And beside that I have a Skip Hop bottle bag. I used this with Cade when he was in daycare a long time ago to put all of his bottles in to take to daycare and stuff, and then I also will use it sometimes to put Jax's bottles in, and it just keeps them nice and cold if you're traveling, so that's nice. And then on the far right side I have the little snack cups that we use. Cade uses them sometimes and Jax will use them eventually as well. And then at the back I have the little formula containers, and I don't use them for formula because neither one of my babies have ever had any formula, but I do use them to put snacks in for on the go. So like there's 3 compartments in there, so I'll put one side with puffs, one side with like yogurt melts, one side with Cheerios. So that way Jax always has some snacks and they're all in one place, and you don't have all those big and bulky containers. So that is our cabinet full of the baby essentials that we have. Next I'm going to take some baby food that I recently purchased, and this is just the method that I use to store the baby food. The baby food, the type of baby food is written on the side, but the way that I store them in my little bins, I turn them the other way and I write on them with Sharpie, so that way it's a little bit easier to tell what is what, and that way when I go to grab a baby food, it's super easy to see what is inside and what I want Jax to eat that day. After I finish writing the names on them, I go through and I sort them into the cabinet. So like I said, I put the vegetables on the bottom and the fruits on the top. I typically like to give Jax a fruit in the morning and then he'll have a vegetable at night, and this is just the easiest way that I have found to tell the difference between them. And as you can see, some of them have 3 ingredients in them And so the ones that have 2 vegetables will go in the vegetable bin, and then the ones that have 2 fruits will go in the top because they're mostly fruit. So I also put them in one behind the other, so that way I can see what all I have, and once you take one away, you can see that there's still one in the back. And like I said, that's just what works for me and the way that I organize them. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos on how I organize things for anybody in my family, please leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!